Welcome back to our Dream in the Woods. Getting going this morning on doing the final touches for the preparation for drywall. I just did a to list and it's quite long, just simple task, but everything kind of needs to be double checked. The drywall arrived yesterday, so it's on site. There's a lot of sheets there, so I'm glad someone else is doing that. And the sheetrockers should start a couple of days from now. So hopefully we put in some temporary heat here so we can heat the inside of the structure. Yeah, things are happening. So let's get to it. Weather turned kind of rainy, so it's sloppy out there. We had as much as almost 5.5, 6 inches of snow, but that's melting out kind of quickly. It'll turn to slush and just be a mess. The next few days forecasts around 40 degrees and rain, snow, mess. So it kind of drywall everywhere. Well, I mean, they spread it out. Most of them are 12 footers. I saw just a couple of smaller ones. I think counted up, there's like 100 sheets of drywall here. So that just seems like a lot of work. Big old chunk in there. So I'm sure that they're kind of different in different ways and ratings and stuff. I know some of the stuff in the garage is special stuff. So, and then they dropped off a big pile of all the grout joint compound and such. So yeah, it's getting real. This is my to-do list. Blocking, insulation. There's some voids that I need to put in. I want blocking for heater. I want to map everything. And I just have every room going down the line, including wire fan. So, and then put in the heater. So yeah, good list of stuff to do there. All simple tasks. Just got to get to it.
Okay, are you ready?
We're recording live.
Okay.
First time.
I think we have power now.
Power to the panel.
Okay. Should be that one.
Okay.
Okay.
So far, so good. Okay, we're here in the kitchen.
The right one? Says it's the right one.
Both legs hot. Okay, heard a beep over there. Power cord's hot. So this is out of the kitchen stove outlet.
Okay, now what do you do?
I don't know. Power. Oh, nice.
Well, we got power anyway.
Is there any heat coming out of that?
It's starting to get warm. We gotta figure out
This is 42 in here. Yeah. All right. So that's a 10,000 watt unit. And we're going to put that one on the ceiling in here. That's temporary. That may move to the garage. And I bought a little smaller one. That's 75 watt. And we're going to put that one in the garage as soon as the sheetrock goes up.
Yeah, 7,500.
7,500, 10,000.
3,400 BTUs is this one.
3,400 BTUs. What's that one?
I don't know.
Smaller, much smaller. Heat ran all night in here, and it's comfortable, huh?
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah, feels real good. decided that we're going to cut this cord. It's 50-foot cord, and we have plenty of extra, and then wire up the smaller one for the garage, and so we can have heat going in both sections. That'll be temporary also until the sheetrock gets put into the ceiling, and then we can mount that more permanent basis. Anyway, cutting the cord. Erik is. I'm working here in the mud room. I got blocking at the top. I plan on putting a built-in in that area. I'm going to put some blocking down lower because it might be 2 pieces. And last night I put some blocking up there. This will be cabinets above and a bench for changing your boots off, and then we'll have another cabinet that sits right here. And at the top, we plan on putting a little AV cabinet up there, audio, video, router, stuff like that. So anyway, not much left on this room. Plumber came out this morning and put that in. So that's the upper pan for the primary bathroom that I put in. And now that's plumbed in, so then this can get sheetrocked and we don't have to worry about that. Just putting in nailers so the sheetrock has something to screw into on the edge. So just little projects like that, and blocking, figuring out where the lights are, and then documenting everything. That's kind of, we're in the bathroom, so got quite a few rooms down, just kind of working our way through and enjoying the heat. So that one has a pipe right there. We don't want them to screw through that. So I'm going to put a plate there. All the blocking on this lower part of this cabinet is a little wonky. I can only do what I can do. I think I'll mark it on the floor of where the blocks are and what their height is. This one had to cut out the back of it there, so I imagine that that's a fairly standard thing to not put a screw where the pipe comes in. That seems reasonable. So anyway, that's is what it is. Start working on the upper areas. I got another rainy day here. Snow continues to melt off. Lots of moisture coming our way. So next 7 days, more of the same. Thankful for the 8-foot overhang. You know, you plan this stuff out in your head and you think, oh yeah, it'll be good. Well, it's good. I'm super happy about that. Just went and picked up another sheet of Avantech. That's that subfloor. We've been using that for blocking. So get that loaded in. The other thing I'm thankful for is heat. I get 2 heaters going now. Had it set at 60 degrees. Just pleasant in here. So both sides are running. Everything's warmed up. I think now all of the timbers and concrete to that have kind of equalized, so they're not running as hard as they were at one point. So anyway, I need to take that heater down before the drywallers start. They were supposed to start today, but got the notice last night that they are going to start tomorrow morning. So this is the area, this is the range, has a cabinet there, and then this is the hood. The hood is not square, it comes in like that, and so I want nickel gap on each side of that. We're going to have the same countertop material as backsplash here and then over here, and so I need to know, I'll have them put sheetrock up there, but then I'll want to cut that and then put in nickel gap there. So I think all of this needs blocking and in here for the hood. So anyway, I'm a blocking machine. I just get to it. Well, that's lots of blocks. So I'm happy with that. I just have one more block to set up there, and that'll be at the top of the cabinet. So I can even do that later. We'll see. Put a couple blocks up there. Future home of a moose rack. Be a great spot for it. My last room to block is this pantry, and there's a lot of consideration, but might be just overthinking things, so I'll have to kind of go through things and see what I want to do. Okay, I think I'm done with all the blocking and marking. I ended up marking everything on the ground of each bay and what everything's blocked as. So hopefully that'll come in handy. We'll see if that was worth my effort. Yeah, I just thought about these 2 blocks behind the range. I'm pretty sure they don't need to be there, but whatever. At least it's done. Well, I'm going to say ready for drywall. They'll be here in the morning. This is about as clean as this garage can get. The shaper can't get out of here. It's landlocked. So, but everything else looks good. All the rooms are empty and swept up nice. Mud room is raring to go. Laundry, bathroom, closet, and then the kind of not a very good access to the kitchen, but they'll be using a lot of the sheetrock, so, and the pantry. So meet them out here tomorrow real quick before I go into work. And next couple days, I work 2 days and then I'll be back to it. So it'll be a drywall transformation. Well, I would say the accomplishments for this video, definitely heat in the structure, and that'll continue now. And then just all the blocking. I don't know how many pieces of blocking I put in, but I think, I don't know, if I would count it up, I went through at least 3 sheets and 400 screws, 400 or 500 screws with all the blocking. Maybe it's more than 4 sheets of plywood. Anyway, use that Advantech, the subfloor we used upstairs. That stuff seems to be bomb-proof, so I'm certain it's plenty strong for blocking. And then just all the other little projects need to be done in order for them to be, for the drywallers to have kind of a smooth installation. So did what I could for them anyway. I'm sure I missed stuff and I'll have to be out here doing little projects, but that's okay. I did take the heater down in here, so as soon as in the garage here, and so as soon as the drywall gets put in, I can put that heater back in and have dual heaters going. I think that's better than just having the one. It's a large structure just for that one to maintain. So anyway, should see drywall on the walls in the next video. I'm excited, and we're making progress. So appreciate it, everyone watching. You guys have a good night, day, or wherever this video finds you. We'll catch you with the next one. Good night.